Hi guys, welcome back. I hope everyone had a good weekend and I hope everyone is healing and everyone's healing journey is going well. The reason I say that is because we all know Ketu is healing. And today I want to talk about one other thing that we all notice during Ketu Mahadasha, and that is how your life changes to a minimal lifestyle. And why it's important to adopt a very minimal lifestyle during Ketu. So it's whether sometimes you don't get to choose that you have to live a very minimal lifestyle. And how to get used to that lifestyle and why that lifestyle came about, it's very important to understand that. And the harder we hold on to things, the harder the punishment will be from Ketu. Ketu wants you to be stress-free and live and show you how to survive off a very minimal lifestyle. Ketu is healing. You need to detox on all levels, whether it be physical, emotional, and mental, in order to detox. So detox means letting go, washing out the old, letting go of the old stuff, getting rid of old baggages, throwing out all your stuff. So let's talk about the physical stuff first. Detoxing on physical level and surviving on the minimal. What does it mean? So Ketu might have made you move all of a sudden and you left your home behind. You could have been living in a very nice house with a very nice family and stuff, but you might start a new lifestyle. When Ketu comes around, you might be forced to live in a one bedroom or somewhere very small. And when you move out, all you take with you is a simple little suitcase, and then you're starting. Maybe when you move in, your bed isn't coming in for another week or something, and you're living on a mattress off the floor, and which is fine. We all been through it, and we all go through it. It's part of the journey to start building your life all over again, and that's the beauty of it. When you move into your new space, leaving the old home behind, you only bring a suitcase of clothes or your most valuable stuff. Do you really need anything else along in life? That's where you have to look. Okay, the stuff that you've been hoarding and collecting for years and years and years, is it really serving you any purpose? All those clothes that you've been shopping for during your Mercury last 10-15 years, are they really that important? Ketu is very minimal planet. Like I did my last video about food and stuff and saints, I'll talk about one thing. If Ketu is spiritual and the holiest and the most spiritual people, they maybe own one or two clothes and they might have a plate, a fork, and a spoon. That's it. They don't collect valuables. Okay. If we say Ketu is your spiritual journey, live that minimal lifestyle. Ketu wants to show you how to survive off very minimal things. Because when Venus comes around, you'll have the opportunity to buy, but at that time, you'll be like, no, we can maintain without hoarding our stuff. You've learned how to manage to live off a plate, a fork, and a spoon. And moving, you're bringing very less stuff with you. In your new house, even if you're living in an existing house where you are and Ketu Dasha has come around, detox. You have a lot of time on your hand. Let go of all the old stuff, old furniture, old clothing, old jewelry, anything old that is being laying around for years that you don't need. Declutter. Okay. Ketu wants to shave off all the excessive stress out of your life, shave off all the extra baggage, garbage that you don't need. Okay. At this time, you really want to reassess and think, what is it that's not serving you anything in your physical home? All those clothes that you packed away from 10 years ago thinking you might need them one day, do you really wear them? Declutter your house. Make this space empty. Make it more, cleanse the space. Make it more homey so you can meditate. Get rid of all the garbage. How does Ketu? Ketu is very sharp when it comes to decluttering. Okay, it's gonna declutter the drama. It's gonna take away all the nuisance. Okay, it's gonna take away all the gossip. It's gonna take away all the negative energy. Ketu is going to take away what no longer serves you. It's going to take away all those relationships that are bad for you. It it's very sharp. It's like a blade, they say. So either you voluntarily do it and happily close all the doors, get rid of all the garbage, or Ketu is going to do it very abruptly, very sharply. And when it comes to like when first Ketu comes around, you get to see the true colors of people, and it could be your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousins, someone very close to you, some coworker. Then you're like, I've known these people all my life, past 20 years, 10 years, and all of a sudden, how can they start doing this to me? Like, how can, what, was this really their true side inside that I'm seeing now? So Ketu shows you depth, and so you can declutter, get rid of all the toxic relationships. Going back to minimum lifestyle, Ketu, when Ketu comes around, you might have heard other astrologers or people always talking about saying, hey, be spiritual, don't shave, or like telling the most extreme things sometimes, like become yogi now. Don't worry about those. You can still live your normal routine that you did. Just be careful, okay? If you used to spend maybe $200 in a salon getting the finest hair trims and stuff like that, watch your budget. Come down to minimum lifestyle. Can a $30 haircut do the job? Are you able to survive off that? Because at the beginning of Ketu, depending on how intense it's gonna be, you usually have an opportunity to have some kind of savings on hand or some cash that's on hand. Now, there's little pocket money that Ketu gives you sometimes. That's supposed to last you in your whole dasha, okay? I know a lot of people usually burn it away trying to get back what they lost in their dasha sandhi or in the Mercury time, that, hey, I lost my house now, I want to fight for it, get it back, get a lawyer. Having a really bad divorce, Ketu's making me divorce my wife, and I'm gonna get the top lawyer and fight this through. Don't. That money that Ketu has given you, that's your survival money, okay? Use that money to live off for the next 1, 2, 3 years, however long it takes, because you might be out of a job as well in Ketu, okay? And that's for the better. You'll find your true calling. But in the meantime, in that transition period, while you're switching from this corporate job that's give you stress and you're finding a better job, that time period in between, that's where you use your savings. Don't burn it off in places where it's not needed. If you burn it off, you'll realize you'll be suffering. With that money, adopt a minimal lifestyle, okay? Ketu doesn't say don't go to restaurants, don't go to 5-star dining and stuff like. It's fine, go for it. But are you able to afford it during Ketu? Do you have to do budgeting now? Okay. The holiest of the holiest people, the spiritual people, you'll never see them fine dining usually in Radissons and Hyatt's, like some high-end restaurants like Canoe, like whatever restaurant, whichever country you're in, whatever your expensive restaurant, $500, $1,000 plate per night, like the 3-star, 5-star Michelin, 7-star restaurants, call it. You're not gonna see usually spiritual people going there to have a nice meal. They're living off a very basic dal and rice type of lifestyle, okay? And you might need to adapt that for the next few years, which is fine. Don't be scared that this is going to be a permanent lifestyle. No, you get to learn what is healthy for your body, okay? Ketu tells you that we don't need the 5-star, 3-course, 4 whatever course meals there are, like, to be able to survive, okay? Ketu wants to give you an opportunity to discover and make that connection with the divine. In Ketu, in Ketu, it's very important to adopt that minimum lifestyle as soon as you can and start budgeting, okay? And one main tip that I usually like to give is have an open conversation with the family. If you're a family person and you're the bread earner, have an open discussion that, hey guys, look, I'm going through Ketu Mahadasha, I'm going to be cutting a lot of cost, and have an open conversation that, hey, We used to go shopping every week. Now we can survive off this sweater, this shirt for the next 6 months, 1 year. Like, you don't need to attend every single party they get the invitation to, okay? See what suits your needs first. Put your savings first. That saving, stretches it as much as you can, and you'll be rewarded. So, cut down on the shopping. Cut down on going out. Cut down on buying extravagant gifts and stuff for yourself, okay? Like, adopt that minimal lifestyle. Remember, we're just temporary visitors on this planet. We're not gonna take everything with us when we go. So, Ketu wants to show you that you can live off simple clothing. You don't have to wear brands, okay? And the sooner you adopt this, the happier you will become. You'll see all the pressure going away. So we have talked about minimal lifestyle of clearing out your space. We have talked about cutting off toxic people, decluttering your emotional space, making space for you, letting go of all the toxic people. We have talked about why it's important to change your spending habits and live a very minimal lifestyle. Because in this period, Ketu wants you to spend time for yourself in a cocoon, okay? It's that process where butterflies, like moth goes into metamorphosis and comes out as a butterfly. So Ketu wants to do the same thing to you, okay? When Ketu first comes around, you were this moth, like this soul that's lost in Mercury, not knowing how to live in this materialistic world. We're just here for experience. We get lost in illusion, the Maya, and Ketu comes around and say, hey, let's put you through the spiritual turning point now. Let's elevate you. Let's awaken your Kundalini. And let's show you who you are really at the soul level. So you go into this process. You start people disappearing from your life. You start realizing you're spending more time by yourself. You're more introvert now. You don't want to go outside. That's when your cocoon phase is starting. Like when just before the butterfly comes out to the world, you are repping yourself for this beautiful transition period. So in that, you have to learn to adopt a very minimal lifestyle, and a lot is changing around you. So enjoy the cocoon phase. Remember, you're going to come out as a beautiful butterfly. And one other thing is, speaking about butterflies don't even know how beautiful their wings are. They cannot see their own wings. So you having to undergo this metamorphosis process, you don't know what beautiful version of you is going to come out, what your light is going to do to the world, how you are going to make a positive impact. Okay, just accept this change, start looking inward, start finding out who you really are, and you're going to make a beautiful impact on this world. Just spend time for yourself. Don't be lost chasing delusion, the Maya. Like, don't go back to the old lifestyle in Mercury saying, hey, like I used to attract clients as a salesperson, bringing in X amount of money each week. It's okay if you've lost a job. It's okay if you're not spending money on high-end meals to attract clients anymore. Like, it's okay if nobody's picking up your phone, okay? Spend time for yourself. Have savings and spend time for yourself and discover who you really are. And that's all I want to say about this minimal lifestyle, guys. I'll just double check my notes. Okay. One other thing I want to say is, in terms of adopting this minimal lifestyle, try to go off your savings. Don't try to get a loan, okay? To become who you were in Mercury. Hey, I used to be this businessman and I want to set this business up again. I know I can do it. If Ketu has closed that business for you, don't go back into that chapter, okay? If you have the contacts, if you have the reach and say, I can get some kind of loan and get back into that kind of business again, don't. That loan is going to be the punishment for the rest of your lifetime on this planet. Try to stay away from loan until you're truly ready, or you've gone through the whole metamorphosis process and you're ready and you're starting a new business. You know exactly what you want. And what Usually when I see people starting off new ventures in and by mid or end of Ketu, they're starting off very small. Okay, they have planted a seed, and that seed is gonna grow into this little tree one day, and that tree is gonna give a fruit in the next 2 to 5 years, whenever. But it's starting off very small, so you don't need to take a very big hefty loan to maintain your old lifestyle. Okay, get rid of all the old baggages. Like, get rid of, shave, cut down where you don't need to, cut down your extra expenses. If you have 3 cars, come down to a car. Like, do you even really need that car? Then think about it. Like, if you live in a urban city, like, do you have public transit? Like, do you have metro? Like, or just park your car and go on a motorcycle, go on a bicycle ride. Like, cut down your expenses where you can. Like, if you used to go on like family trips every 2 3 months, or you had some other high-end expenses going, cut everything down. Hey, if it comes to cutting down even the small expenses, like your Netflix subscription, or any other like $10 to $15 expenses that are automatic on the phone, like, or your Amazon Prime member, or like some other kind of membership, if it means to cut those things down, cut it down a little bit. Okay, if those things are not for your healing, your mental health, or they give you peace, or if they just feel like a burden, get rid of those expenses. Adopt a very, very minimum lifestyle where you just happy to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy what the universe has given you. Okay, don't spend money to go enjoy something. If it means staying home on Friday night and just going to the beach, take some sandwiches with your partner, with your family, go spend time with nature. Okay, go enjoy a hike on the weekend instead of going shopping in a mall. You will be feeling more at peace. Like, you don't need money to feel happiness, guys, and that's what Ketu is trying to teach you. So that way in Venus, you're not spending what you're earning and think you're gonna be able to buy happiness. The whole mission of Ketu is to teach you that happiness lies within. And this is it for this short video. I hope you have learned something, that cutting down, living a very minimal lifestyle is quite rewarding. It's gonna bring lots of happiness to you. Declutter your space and declutter like all your emotional baggages and stuff. Get rid of your past, heal from the past, and I hope you guys stay smiling. I thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care. Thank you.